Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our 30-minute encouragement today. Carrie, how are you doing today?
I'm fabulous. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing fantastic. It is a wonderful day
It's
today.
beautiful outside.
God has given us some great weather today.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
and everyone's very active. You might actually be able to hear some vehicles moving around right now. We are active and getting ready for summer camp 2024.
Which, speaking of, we're outside.
We are outside.
That's pretty awesome. Okay, usually we're in what do we call it? The special room?
The classroom.
The classroom.
You're very special.
Yeah, special.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's our classroom, but we're typically in there. But today we're actually outside because we're
Yes.
shifting things around, getting ready.
Shifting things around. Yes, I like that. We are excited because 2024 summer camp is starting in just a few weeks, and pre-training week, which means all of our lead counselors and program staff and a few other lead staff will come in this weekend, and they'll start their training Monday.
Yep.
And then the next week will be staff training, regular staff training. Then the following week is camp.
Yeah, Carrie, I know this is kind of an off-the-cuff question, but do you know off the top of your head how many summer staff helpers we have coming this summer?
Yes, we have about 34. Then we have volunteers as well along with that. And then we have, for the first week of junior camp, we have about 73. I think it's about 73. I looked yesterday. I haven't looked today. I think it's about 73 campers so far. And then junior week 2 is 90 campers.
Amen.
Which that's record breaking for that week. And then team week 1 had a breaking record as well.
Good.
Last year, I think for junior week 2 and team week 1, we had about 85 to 90 for each week. And then this year we have 90 for junior week 2 and then 105 so far for team week 1.
So what you're saying is, Carrie, is we're growing.
We're growing.
The Edge Christian Camp is growing.
Yeah.
God is growing this ministry. People are coming, and we are excited for what the Lord is going to be doing here in just a couple weeks, even what He's accomplishing right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and there's still spots open. If you want to sign up today, you can go on theedge.camp. Sign up as quickly as possible. Also, Chris, I'm very curious. What are you drinking?
Okay, so this is what's called, so I don't know how many of y'all know
really
this. This is
good.
called Calypso, okay?
Oh, that's the stuff you let me try the other day.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
a specialty lemonade type drink.
It is
so-
actually really good. I've never
I know, I love
never
these
heard
things.
of it, but it was,
Don't pay attention to the sugar content on these things.
why are you drinking it?
It's I'm only sipping a little bit here and there.
You're only sipping it. Isn't your goal to drink the whole bottle?
I don't know. We'll find out. But it's honestly, I really like them. They have like this. This is a strawberry lemonade flavor that they have. They have like blue raspberry lemonade. They have like peach
Okay,
lemonade.
I think I had the blue raspberry one.
That was the one I let you try.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
That one was really good. Do you want to try this one real quick? Just
No,
give it
I'm
just give it a waterfall.
This is going to end really badly
do you
on
not-
KME.
No,
I
it's
love
okay.
waterfalls, but this is going to be so bad. Can I actually
Okay.
do it? If I get this on, no, not on the shirt.
Okay.
No, I don't want to do it on the shirt.
Well, okay. We'll
Maybe
see
if I'm
that
standing
later.
up. Okay, later on, you want to tune in, not live. Anyway.
But thank you so much for joining with us today for TME 30-minute encouragement.
30 minutes.
It still feels weird to say that, not Thursday morning encouragement.
Yes.
So we did that for like a year and a half, almost 2 years.
Absolutely. And I think, okay, Chris and I, we struggle sometimes to stay within the 30 minutes, okay?
Yes.
But since we started 30-minute encouragement, we've only been, was it the first week we had like 2 minutes over, and then last week was 1 minute over.
Yes.
We're getting better and better.
We're getting there.
It is getting closer. So
I'm seeing here, Imani says, "Hey guys," and she says that she loves Calypso.
oh man,
That is
how
awesome.
did I not hear about that? I don't know.
Well, if Imani's watching, then I'm very certain that my niece Ami is watching. I just want to say hi to Ami.
Aw, hi.
Yeah.
Never met you, but I'm sure you're really cute.
Oh, she's adorable, Carrie.
Yeah.
Our niece is adorable. I love her.
My niece is adorable too. I tell you, like being an uncle, it is fantastic.
Oh
It's
man, goodness.
fabulous.
I know, I love it.
So,
I think we're gonna try and plan a trip to go see them sometime in like late August, September time frame. And so we are excited.
buy her a whole bunch of ice cream. Nerd
Oh, we
Books,
have
all
like
this
stuffed
stuff,
animals, books. Like
stuffed
we have
animals,
like little
teddy bears.
clothes for her, like dresses.
Wow.
Oh, we are so excited.
Sounds great. So anyway,
Yeah, sorry, we're getting off topic here.
we have summer camp coming up. We just finished our family day and our young adult retreat the other week, and it was great. The Lord
Oh,
blessed
yeah.
us in a wonderful way. Matter of fact, some lost people that we got to invite to family day actually came, and they got to hear the gospel very clearly. And they signed up. Some of them signed up for camp this summer,
Praise the Lord.
and
Good.
so that's really exciting as well. So we're very excited about this. Several of you are tuning in. Want to thank you for joining us. Remember to share this on your Facebook page or YouTube account, hashtag TME, and hopefully this will be a blessing to you. Chris, what are you thankful for today?
Honestly, Gary, I'm very thankful for the weather because I know
Yes.
sometimes we're, it rains and we can't get everything done outside that we want to, but the Lord has been blessing with tremendous sunny weather. It seems like I mean, He gives the rain when He knows we need it, and
Yeah.
it's wonderful regardless.
Absolutely.
But I'm very thankful for the work that's getting accomplished, the weather that's going alongside it. The Lord is enabling us to get all this work done, and it's been wonderful.
Yeah, and I know you're going to touch on this with your servant spotlight, but there's so many people that have been helping us,
Yeah.
and we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. It's
Absolutely.
been so helpful. Also, just something you may want to pray about and see if God would have you to be a part of. We have a stage. It's a pop-up stage. It's really nice that we're trying to raise funds for. I think it's about 3 to 5 grand, and so we're trying to raise some more funds for that. If you'd like to be a partner with us in that project, you can go on theedge.camp and give towards that. And we'd love to be able to get you guys to partner with us so we can get that in there for summer camp. All right. We're getting signs by other people. What is it has to be? Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That's really good to know. Sorry, we're just awkwardly staring
So
over
yeah,
there.
we're getting information over here saying that the stage has to be
The
ordered
stage has been
today.
ordered. So how much is left? How much do we need? I'm just curious.
Just come here, come
Yeah,
here,
you
come
just
here.
need to. Well, he's $2,500.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So $2,500 needs to come in today.
Wow.
So that's here on time for camp. Absolutely.
If the Lord
We
were
have
to
a teleprompter in the back that's very manual.
I know.
Great, okay.
If the Lord were to lead you to want to donate and give to that, we would absolutely appreciate and love that. But more importantly, we ask for you to pray with us on it.
Yes.
That's
absolutely.
what's important is that the Lord is involved in this.
Definitely. And the stage is such a blessing because the motel meeting space we've done some remodeling to it. We're trying to do some more. For those of us, when you have 12th graders that are standing in there,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard if you're in the back to see over those 12th graders to the person that's up front.
Especially if you're short.
And yeah, if you're short, we don't talk
Yeah.
about that. But anyway,
Actually, you say that I'm not short.
you're not short.
Thanks,
No,
man.
You're doing great. Absolutely. So anyway, well, getting into it, I tell you what, I didn't tell you what I was thankful for today. Okay, we were having some fun earlier.
I'm gonna pay attention this time too, so I don't look at you
Yes,
again.
that's right. I know. Good grief.
It's so bad that last
All right,
time.
not trying to be super spiritual here, or I know we were joking around earlier, but I'm really just thankful for my wife, Chris.
Yeah.
Really thankful for my wife, and she is a huge blessing to me. And I did not realize how much more the Lord would allow me to get accomplished with her becoming my wife.
Oh, yeah.
She just, well, I joke around with people all the time. She makes me look good. She makes me sound good. She makes me think good. I mean, it's just so many different things. She makes me eat good.
But that's kind of
but-
part of it. Like our wives refine us.
Yeah,
They really do.
absolutely.
I can say the same thing about Sabrina. I mean, just the things that she's helped me to get accomplished. I mean, just not whether she's putting her hands on it or just encouraging me.
Right.
In it. I mean,
Right.
goodness gracious. I know you can say the same thing.
Yeah, and it's not just. It may seem like, well, I'm just. They're just back at home. They don't really do a lot with us in the ministry necessarily. They do so much
Oh, yeah.
behind the scenes, and this is so many pastors' wives and evangelist wives out there.
Mhm.
I'm starting to understand more and more. Of course, I saw my mom as a pastor's wife, what she did,
Mhm.
but Rebecca and Sabrina, I'm sure, such a support to what we do,
Right.
and that helps us ultimately reach more people with the gospel.
Exactly.
And so I'm very thankful for that. She is a great blessing and encouragement to me.
That's well put.
Well, anyway, moving on.
All right.
We have several people tuning in. Renee Corker.
Yep. Caleb Hutch
and
is watching.
My
Hello.
wife is watching.
Who's watching?
My wife is.
Hey.
Your wife is watching.
Hey, even better.
And my wife is watching. Several others. So thank you guys for joining in. Chris, are you ready for fun time?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So we decided that we were going to go back to the tried and true trivia type thing
yes,
today.
I want to see. Oh,
Except-
wait. We have an announcement before we say that.
Oh, actually, we do have an
We do
announcement.
have an
Yes.
announcement. Like,
So we do want to let you know this, and we'll announce it again at the end of TME. But we want you to remember that for the next 2 weeks, we're actually not going to be having TME, and I'm very sorry about that. I know we are excited to put it back up and run with it again. But for these next 2 weeks, so that's next Thursday and the Thursday after, we're actually going to be going through our staff training. We're going to be very busy, and so we're going to have to put a hold on TME for that little bit of time.
Still thinking about you. But,
Yep. But then during the start of junior week 1,
whoa.
on Thursday, at I believe still at 4 p.m.
We're
Well,
gonna
we,
see.
we, we're
We'll
gonna
update you on that time, but
yeah.
we're gonna try to see if we can fit it in. Last year we did in the mornings around 10 something. It worked out really well, like
Yeah.
right after chapel. So we'll let you guys know. Just keep an eye out on the Facebook page
Yeah.
to see the updates on that.
But yeah, starting junior week 1, we're going to be going back into TME, and I think we're going to try and get some more campers on there to be with us.
Absolutely. So you never know, you might see your son or your daughter on there. Definitely want to check that out, and you can share them on your Facebook page and YouTube account and get them all famous and everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Carrie, I know that we had talked about wanting to just do some trivia type things, but I put a little bit of a twist on this
Oh boy.
for
All right,
myself.
all
I don't know what you have prepared,
Okay. All right.
but I was wanting to see if you, as the camp director of the Edge Christian Camp,
Okay.
are capable of taking over my job.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see what you got.
And so I got a question for you. I
This is
actually have a
gonna
few
be really
questions for
bad.
you.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
I think you might know these because you used to work at Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
So
All right.
I think
All
you
right.
might actually know this.
Okay. Wait.
So I'll
If,
start.
is this gonna make me look bad if I mess this up?
We'll see.
Oh boy, I don't know if I like this. Okay.
I mean,
all right.
okay, but like, okay, I'm gonna start with an easy one because this has to do with chicken. All right,
Chicken.
with just chicken.
Okay, I love
So
chicken.
when you're cooking chicken, Carrie, whether it's being baked, whether it's being smoked, whether it's being grilled, anything, what is the minimum internal temperature of the chicken that you must reach in order for it to be considered cooked?
Oh, I didn't do a lot of cooking in the back of the Chick-fil-A.
And some of
But
you will probably already know this,
yes,
whether you cook at home or maybe you're in the food industry itself.
I'm gonna say, oh man,
Now I'll say this: Nathan
there's a
gave some.
6 in there. I know there is a 6.
There is a 6 in there. That is correct.
There's a 5 in there.
There is a 5 in there.
Yes,
Oh, you're so close.
and I'm just trying to remember if it's a 1, that's the first number, or if it's a 3, that's the first number. It's either 165 or it's 365. Is that correct?
One of those is correct.
I'm gonna say. I feel like this is too low, but I'm gonna go with 165.
That is correct.
Okay, all right.
The
all right.
internal
That's-
temperature of chicken
okay.
must reach 165.
Okay.
Harry, that is awesome that you got that,
nice.
man.
Okay, I'm trying to remember.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, but
Yeah, because chicken doesn't have any veins and things like that, and so it needs to actually
Okay.
reach a higher cooking temperature
okay.
than say like other types of meats.
Yes, yes.
And I'll touch on those in a little while as well.
Okay,
But
here's a question for you. Ready?
okay.
Back to Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
right,
See,
all
I
right.
never worked at a Chick-fil-A, so I
Yes.
could very well get this wrong.
Yes. Okay. So when I was at the Chick-fil-A that I used to work with, we were actually a smaller unit compared to other Chick-fil-A stores. Okay. But I'm curious to see what you got in this.
Okay.
At that time, which I'm sure they've pushed beyond this now, but at that time, which was let's see, about 2018, I think, 2019, somewhere in there, there was a certain amount of people on average that came through the drive-through every single day. Okay.
Okay.
And my general manager told me this, and then she also gave me the amount of people that come inside the store. Now this was before
Okay.
COVID. Okay.
Yes.
But before COVID, what was the average amount of cars that came through the drive-through, or amount of people that came through the drive-through every single day?
Okay, so this is just drive-through at your Chick-fil-A, or
Yes.
like a general across
at the Chick-fil-A I worked at. Yep.
Okay,
Let's see what you got.
so what was the town that your Chick-fil-A was in again?
Newport News.
Okay, so high traffic area, a lot of
Yep.
people coming through,
We had Christopher Newport University next to us.
and that place is always busier because it's not open on Sundays when people like to go for fast food.
Right.
So I would think that you're going to be running. Now this might be a bit too much, but okay, considering that it takes probably a good 2 minutes. I'm going to try and math it out.
Okay.
a little bit.
All right.
Considering it probably takes about an average of 2 minutes for a person from pulling into the drive-through to getting their food and leaving, probably about 2 minutes, depending on whether the staff is working at like full speed or not. If it's 2 minutes, and I'm gonna say that you're going to get roughly around 850 to 1,000 people coming through the drive-through every day.
Okay, that's a good guess. Good guess.
Is it more or less?
It's more.
It's more?
And that was
Okay.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and this is back then. It's probably more than that now. But
Okay. So let's say, okay, well, let's
it's definitely over 1,000.
okay, so I want to say 1,300.
Over that.
Is it about like 1,800?
Over that.
It's over 1,800 in a day at your Chick-fil-A?
At that Chick-fil-A.
Is it about 2,500?
Lower.
2,200.
I'll go ahead and give it to you. You're really close. It's about, at least at that time, I was told it was about 2,000 customers that came through the drive-thru every single day.
Good night.
And then inside is about 300 or 400 every day.
Wow.
So
Okay.
that's on average, and that, I mean, you may have, depending on if you get a whole bunch of buses coming through.
You know, that's true. I didn't think about the possibility of
But-
larger view. So
But
this
buses
is
don't come through the drive-thru, obviously. So
yeah. So this is more like actual people ordering and not just like an individual car. Because like a car could have like 4 or 5
you know,
people.
I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's probably the people.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. That's a
See,
good question.
I think I was going by cars, and I was
that might
considering one
it
person
might
per
be
car.
yeah, it might be. I'm
But
not
that
sure.
that does make more sense because if it's like a family per vehicle,
Actually,
most
it would
sometimes-
have to be the people because the most cars we ever did, we always try to do breaking records for how many people we could get or how many cars we could get through the drive-thru in an hour.
yeah.
And at that time, our record was like 140, I think, in an hour.
Okay.
So
That makes
yeah,
sense
it would
then.
have to be.
So then you're averaging probably about 3 people per vehicle almost.
Yeah, about 2, I'd say.
Yeah,
2 to 3. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay.
yeah.
See, that's where I was wrong on my math.
Oh, that's
But
all right.
That's
all right.
That's right.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Hey,
okay, but that's
several other
great,
people
though.
are tuning in. Thank you guys for joining us. Okay, let's see what else you got. We only got a few more minutes. So.
Okay, okay.
all
So
right.
I got to think about this one. So, all right, if I'm cooking steaks, like for the men's retreat,
Oh, I like this. I
Right?
like this. This is
if
good.
I'm grilling steaks,
You gonna
on
do
the
that
thing,
tonight?
I wish,
Oh,
no.
no.
But if I'm grilling steaks, right?
Okay. All right.
Then what is the minimum temperature in order for it to be like completely and thoroughly cooked through?
What is with all the temperatures?
I know, I know. I'm telling you, because this is what I really got stuck on when I was like
Ah.
first like training for this like 10 years ago. Okay, so if I'm cooking steak,
Okay.
what is the minimum internal temperature that the FDA says that it has to
The
be?
minimum. There's like so many different ways you can cook steak.
There are. Now, I'm not talking about like if you want it
Right,
medium rare,
medium rare and all that.
which
You're
is how I like my
talking
steak.
about the temperature itself.
Yeah. Like in order to legally be able to serve it
The temperature. Oh,
without like a disclosure.
man, I have no idea.
I'll give
let's
you this.
see.
It's less than the chicken. I'll give you that.
Less than the chicken.
It's
Really?
less than the chicken.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say
What do y'all think maybe on the chat?
yes. Yes. If you have an answer, please write it on the chat because I would love to see exactly what you guys are thinking. I'm I'm gonna say 125.
Okay. Not 125.
Not 125.
It's more than 125.
150.
Close, but no.
145.
145.
All right. There
That
we
is
go.
it.
There we go.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, I got one more rapid fire one for you then because that one was pretty well done, pretty
Okay.
easy. Do you know what the temperature danger zone is between cold keeping and hot keeping foods? So there's like a temperature range where food should never be left out for more than 4 hours at. Do you know what what that range is? And this is like cooked foods.
Okay, so you cook the food and you just set it out like on a table and
Right.
it just sits there.
And when it reaches a certain temperature threshold, so like no less than this but no more than this, it's called the danger zone.
Okay.
It's like where bacteria most likely will most grow in. It's
So
like the
food's
optimal
getting
temperature.
cold.
So think room temperature probably counts, right?
Sure.
So you know it's at least within room temperature time or frame.
Sure. So I'm gonna say between
But also think about this. You know that when you refrigerate foods, it has to be at a certain temperature, right?
right. Right. Man.
This is a hard one.
just a crazy
This is
guess.
this is the
Just a
difficult one.
crazy guess. 60 and 100 or
No, I mean those are in the temperature danger zone, but that's not the minimum and maximum.
okay.
So like, yes, that's correct. Here, let me just give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a
Alright,
it's a
alright.
tough one. So food can be kept no higher than 42 degrees.
Okay.
42 degrees and up is like temperature danger zone. and then no less, and then like it can reach up to like 135. That's the temperature danger zone. So in between 42 degrees and 135 degrees,
Okay, well, that's a big. Okay,
that's temperature danger zone.
okay,
And so,
got it.
but that's why, when you order a medium rare steak, you'll notice on menus at like Texas Roadhouse and stuff, they put disclaimers in there that says it's going to be within that temperature danger zone when it's served to you.
Sure.
So if you get sick, it's your fault.
Ah, got it. Wow, this is so interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm liking this. All right. Well, that is our trivia. Matter of fact, I tell you what.
Give you a
Okay,
small one.
I just do a small one. Okay, you ready for this? So we have summer camp coming. Okay. Um, there's actually. Let me see if you can remember this. All right.
Okay.
This is just kind of a fun fact. Okay.
Okay. I like fun facts.
So, and this is just the Lord's doing. This is not to lift us up at all. But last year, we maxed out. The Lord maxed out the last team week. Okay.
Right.
This year we're doing it. He did it again. What is the max out number of beds for campers on property?
Okay. For campers, I'm not quite certain because I go by numbers that I'm cooking for.
Sure.
For campers, see, I know that like last year, max out meant like I was cooking for like 185 to 200 people every meal.
Right, and that's with sponsors. That's with full-time staff. That's summer staff.
180. So I know there's like 185 beds on property, right?
Well, there's actually a little over 200.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you got
yeah.
all the motel, which we don't use for summer camp. We have the
Yeah.
manor. We have
So we're talking dorm, cabins, lodge.
Yep, you pretty much got it.
So okay, I know that there's 80 you can get in the dorm. And then the lodge, I think is about 40. And then the cabins, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, okay, so that's 4 times 75. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that altogether, it's about 150.
Okay, getting close.
150 between the dorm, the lodge, and the cabins.
Okay. So
Is it more or less?
it's less.
Okay, 135.
Extremely close. I'll go ahead and give it to you.
Okay.
About 136, 137.
Ah, okay.
So yeah.
Second guess.
Yes,
Second guess.
yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Matter of fact, Sabrina said 155. I don't know if she was talking about the temperature or if she was talking about the thing, but yes. That one's a harder one. Like, okay, so we actually were doing the math the other day and we're trying to figure it out because at one point it was 142, but then we had some beds moved around and we had some more summer staff, and so it's just exciting. The Lord's blessing, and we're excited about summer camp. So, Chris, I'm really, really excited about the Servant Spotlight today.
Yes, because we want to highlight actually our volunteers that have been helping us here at the Edge Christian Camp get ready for summer camp. In fact, right now at this very moment, we have the Coffees are with us, Pat and Dale Coffee.
Yes.
And he used to be the pastor of what church? Do you remember?
Maranatha Baptist Church in Yorktown, Virginia.
That's right. And so, and they are doing a wonderful job helping us here right now.
Absolutely.
And I think just the other day we had a man, I know his name's Bob. I don't know his last name.
Yeah.
But he helps us out with mowing the lawn every week, and he does a great job. Your wife is actually going around taking all the cobwebs off all the buildings on the outsides of them right now. And so we have a lot of people that are here. I know we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, but we just want to say a very special thank you to all of you who have helped us in the past, who are helping us now, who will continue to help us with events that we have going on. We had a lot of people come and support us for our family day recently, people that have helped us with harvest rallies. I mean, we just want to say thank you to you personally for your prayers, for your financial support, for the help that you've given just by showing up to help us get things done here with our events. It's been a blessing to have you join with us in what God is doing here at the Edge.
Yeah. And this is not to lift up, we want to thank the Lord for all of our volunteers.
Exactly.
But really, Chris, this summer for camp, and this is by God's grace, but because of the volunteers that God has given to us, specifically, I mean, the Coffees, we can't even, we go on and on about how much the Coffees have been a blessing to this camp ministry.
Yep.
And they love to be behind the scenes. If they knew that we were talking about them right now, they'd say, no, don't do that. They're very much behind the scenes, but this couple, they retired, and now they're helping us and helping another church in Richmond, and different churches that need a preacher to fill in a Sunday here and there, and they have been such a help. That literally, and I'm just being honest. I really don't think we've ever been this prepared for summer camp ahead of time the way we have been recently. Um, we've not gotten things in order this much ahead of time, as this year, and
Yeah.
so the coffees have helped out tremendously with that, and other people.
And we have people that are going to be coming to partner with us this coming summer
Yeah.
too. I'm thinking of one of my friends, Jared
Yep.
Bunn. He's going to be coming to help out this summer, helping me in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and that's going to be a great blessing. And so we just want to say again, thank you for what you've been just submitting to the Lord on and helping us. And we want to praise the Lord for what He has accomplished.
Mhm.
It's not us. It's not because of anything we can say or do. It's all because of what the Lord has given.
Yeah.
And so He deserves all the praise and honor for this.
Absolutely. And you know, if you're looking to have an opportunity to actually volunteer yourself, maybe you've never volunteered at a Christian camp, you can go on the website theedge.camp, and you can click on the volunteer tab, and we'll reach out to you and see if we can work it out where you can come and help out at the camp. We have tons of work all the time. There's 283 acres that God's blessed us with, and so a lot to keep up with, but we're very thankful for it. So we just want to say thank you so much for all that you guys have done, and we're excited. Summer camp is coming, and we can't wait for what God's going to do. I do want to give a short devotional this afternoon. I'm in Proverbs chapter 11, and we're talking about redeeming the time this year. This kind of really goes along with the servant spotlight, Chris. Those that have really chosen to honor the Lord with their time.
Mhm.
And they've redeemed the time by not necessarily being out in front, but being behind the scenes so that the people who are out in front can do what they need to do.
Yeah.
And we could not do what we do at the Edge Christian Camp without our volunteers.
Right.
So we're very thankful for that. Proverbs chapter 11 and verse number 19, the Bible said, actually, I'll start in verse number 18. The Bible says, the wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward.
Mhm.
As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but such as are upright in their way are his delight. And it goes on from there. I'll even go verse number 23. It says, the desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. Um, and it keeps going on through the rest of the chapter, really talking about how are you using your time, how are you using the different things that God's given. It says, there's that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there's that withholdeth more than is meet, but it tendeth to poverty. Talking about whether you're investing or whether you're not investing. And the people who tend to invest their lives in the ministry that God, it's not even tend. There's no might about it. There's people who invest their time in the work that God has called them to. God always blesses that.
Absolutely.
He always blesses that. And I mean, we can see that here at the camp, Chris. We can give you story after story after story of people who have been reached with the gospel. Also, not even that, but also just our own lives being blessed
Mhm.
by just being faithful.
Absolutely.
And that's not lifting us up at all. And so we're very thankful for that. All the volunteers who they have pursued. It says, as righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. People that pursue evil, they basically have just pursued themselves to basically go down to die one day and not have anything to live for. They have nothing to live for afterwards. They're not, and I'm not saying you need to work your way to heaven. You can't work your way to heaven, okay? It's only through Jesus Christ that you can be saved. But people who are not saved and they live for the here and now, they don't live for eternity. They're not investing into what God has.
Mhm.
Really, once they die, Chris, it's worthless.
Exactly.
They just end up in hell, and God doesn't want anyone to go to hell. God doesn't want you to go to hell. And so, if you're lost out there, you don't know for sure that you're on your way to heaven, I'd encourage you, call the number 757-294-3636, and we'd love to be able to get the gospel to you today and share how you can know for sure you're on your way to heaven through the Word of God. and what He has for you. And then if you're a Christian out there, remember, redeem the time by investing the talents and the time that God has given to you into His work. He's truly given you so much to be able to glorify Him with. Maybe it's just mailing letters. Maybe it's door knocking. Maybe it's uh, street preaching. Maybe it's just volunteering at a camp, mowing the grass. I don't know what it is, but use it for God's glory. That's the best way to live your life, because you're impacting souls for eternity by doing that. And so we're so thankful for those that have done that with us. We just want to say thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I know we have to cut it short. Well, we're not cutting it short. We're cutting it about 1 minute late. About that 1 minute time frame. I'm telling you. That's all right. Okay, we're going to get this eventually. But remember, next week, week after,
we're not going to be here. So in 3 weeks, we will be back doing TME. Again, we'll update you on when the time's going to be. But be ready, be prepared, and watch out, because we're coming.
Yeah, wow, that sounds crazy. Yes, absolutely. So remember, God loves you.
So go share that love with somebody else. Thank you so much for joining with us today, and have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.